Hey, fifth graders, welcome to the Order of Operations ReTeach page. Here you're going to find a little additional support as we solve problems using the order of operations. Take a look at the screen. We have our saying up on the screen, which helps us remember the order of operations. So what comes first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So we have Pudgy L's may demand a snack. That means that the first thing we're going to solve is what? Right, so we're in the equation, anything, or the expression, anything in parentheses is what we're going to be solving first. Do we have any parentheses? No, we don't. So let's go ahead and just check that off since we've looked at that. Do we have any exponents? Remember, exponents are things like this, where you have the base and then this is the exponent, right? Or like this, 3 squared. This is the base, the number, and then this is the exponent. This exponent is telling this number how many times it needs to be multiplied, so like 3 times 3. Do we have any of that? No, we don't, so we can check off. Now remember, when we were doing the main lesson, we said that multiplication and division are interchangeable. You can do either one, just moving from left to right. So do we have any multiplication or division? Right, yeah, we have multiplication. So the first thing that we're going to do is 4 times 3. Right here, this 4 times 3. So what is 4 times 3? Just yell it out. Right, it's 12. So you know how I like to be highly organized, so what are we going to do next? Exactly, we're going to rewrite the problem. So now we have 3 plus 12. Now that just means that we're left with the addition problem, so we have to do 3 plus 12, which is what? Right, 15. And that is your answer. Okay, check out the next page for another problem to help you better understand order of operations. If not, if you're ready, go ahead and work on the required work. All right, here we go. All right, let's take a look at this problem on the screen. A little bit more difficult of a problem than the previous slide. I want you to think in your head, what is the first step that I'm going to do? I want you to pause the video. I want you to think about that first step, and I want you to solve that first step. Go, pause now. Okay, so you had a chance to solve the first step. What is that first step? You're right, I'm looking for parentheses. And what is in parentheses in my expression? Yes, 18 minus 3. What is 18 minus 3? You're correct, that's right, it's 15. Now, I want you to pause, rewrite the rest of the problem, and think about what is the next step and solve that step. Pause now. Okay, you had a chance to pause. We have to rewrite, so 15 divided by 5 plus 4. And then I asked you to solve the next part of our expression, which is what? We don't have exponents. Next comes multiplication and division. Do I have either of those? Yeah, I have division. So you should have divided 15 divided by 5, which is what? 3. Okay, now you're going to pause the video, rewrite the problem, and solve. Come back and see me with your final answer. Pause now. Okay, so you finished the problem. What was the next step? Right, I had to rewrite my problem, and then you know that addition addition and subtraction are interchangeable. We talked about that in the main lesson, and we talked about that in the previous slide. So whatever comes first from moving from left to right, I have what? 3 plus 4, which is addition. So my answer is 7. That's your final answer. Now that you've had the opportunity to work on a couple more problems to better understand the order of operations, I'm going to set you free. You're going to go into Envision and you're going to work on the playlist that I've assigned for you. These directions are also outlined at the end of the modeling video that I did for you, but on the screen you're going to see what the playlist looks like. The playlist also includes, right after this, you're going to be doing the practice, which is just numbers 8, 9, and 13. You're going to need to do those on a separate sheet of paper. They're not going to be done directly on the practice. After the practice, you're going to work on the practice buddy. As usual, or as always, when you're done with the practice buddy, you go to the review screen and you hit submit. Something different this week is that after the practice buddy, you're going to have a quick check. The quick check is a couple problems. You are to solve these problems same way with a practice buddy on a separate sheet of paper. Work them out. Do not do them in your head. You saw in my modeling video and my ReTeach video that I did not solve any of the problems in my head. I wrote everything out on the screen for you. So that goes for you as well. After you are finished with the quick check, you need to make sure that you hit submit so that that goes to your teacher. If you need any additional support, please feel free to reach out to your teacher. If you need some other support, there's optional enrichments, there's a puzzle, there's another game that you can play for some more reteaching. As always, if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Good luck.